Prices rise. Groceries cost more. Your rent, your bills, everything is more expensive. People say, that's inflation. But have you ever stopped to ask, what actually causes it? Most think it's greedy companies or higher wages. But economist Edin Mujagic tells a story that reveals a deeper truth. Imagine you live on a small island with a few hundred people. Once a year, there's a big celebration. Everyone wears their best clothes. The day before the festival, it's beautiful weather. Everyone washes their nicest outfits and hangs them to dry. Then, a violent storm hits. The wind rips through the island and blows everyone's clothes away. The next morning, there's scarcity. Only a few families still have nice clothes. Suddenly, people start offering higher and higher prices just to look good at the party. Prices go up, not because the clothes are better, but because there are fewer of them. That's the surface layer, prices rising from scarcity. But the deeper layer begins when more money enters the system. A few weeks later, one villager finds a chest full of money washed up on the beach. He decides to share it with everyone, fair and square. Overnight, every person on the island becomes richer. At first, it feels amazing. People rush to buy more food, better tools, and small luxuries they couldn't afford before. But soon, fishermen think, I don't need to fish today, I already have money. The woodcutter says, why chop trees? I can take a break, I'm rich now. What do you think that happens next? The production drops. Fish and wood become scarce. But now, everyone has more money chasing fewer goods. What happens? Prices explode. That island works exactly like our global economy, just on a smaller scale. For most of history, the amount of money in circulation was tied to something real, gold. You could exchange paper money for gold anytime. But in 1971, the United States abandoned the gold standard. Since then, governments and central banks can print money from nothing. The result? More money in the system, without more value being created. Just like on the island, more paper, fewer goods. And every time a crisis hits, they print even more. In 2008, 2020, 2022, trillions added overnight. But here's the catch, all that money isn't free. It's created as debt. Governments borrow it, spend it, and promise to pay it back later, with interest. But to whom? To the central banks and the bondholders, large financial institutions, pension funds, and investors who buy government bonds. They lend the money to the government, expecting a safe return. So the government owes interest not to itself, but to the very financial system that created the money in the first place. To service that debt, they need growth. If growth slows down, they print more. New presidents come in. They can't cut spending, because voters hate austerity. So they borrow again. And again. And again. Until the system itself depends on inflation to survive. Inflation is the quiet tax that takes from everyone without a vote. Your savings lose value. Your cash buys less every year. Meanwhile, those who own assets, real estate, stocks, gold, gain, because their value rises with inflation. As Edin Mujagic explains, inflation is not caused by what people do, but by the system that keeps creating more money. And when money can be created endlessly, its value becomes the illusion. The question isn't how to stop inflation. It's, how do you operate within a system built on it? Understand it. Protect yourself from it. Own assets that can't be printed, like cash-flowing investments, productive businesses, and real stores of value. Because while the islanders argue about rising prices, the few who understand the system quietly prepare and thrive. Money printing didn't start with greed. It started with good intentions. But every temporary solution created a permanent problem. The question is, will you keep playing by the island's rules or learn how to build your own? Let us know in the comments which part of this story shifted something in you the most.